Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I am back for more Tomb Raider. And in today's episode we are going to be working our way through, I believe it's called Kharmoon's Pyramid? No, City of Kharmoon. I knew it was something Kharmoon. We obviously have now got 2 pieces of the Skion, and the third piece is hidden inside of inside Kharmoon's Pyramid, basically, or City of Kharmoon, whatever you want to call it. So we'll be going into the City of Kharmoon. From there we'll be working our way across to the obelisk and then into the Sanctuary of the Skion. So I'm not quite sure what that was about. I'm guessing that Kharmoon did something he shouldn't have, disgraced himself perhaps. And Kawalapek and Tihokan, I assume, took Kharmoon's piece of the Skion from him and banished him perhaps, I don't know. Yeah, and obviously the piece of the Skion ended up here, and hopefully we are going to get our hands on it. And we're quite a bit of a way through the game now, actually, thinking about it. We're a good, I'd say a good 2/3 of the way through the game now, at least. Okay, so we are going to move this bottom block again in a minute, because there is a few pickups behind it. But first things first, we do need to get this box across a second, because we need it in order to get to the upper section to get out of here. Now, things to note with this level is we are going to be introduced to a few new mobs that we haven't fought before. The first being the Black Panther. The second... Do you know what? I actually don't know what the second one is called, but it's a weird alien thing. It's the only way I can describe it. And they do tend to flap about quite a bit, so it's a bit difficult to stay ahead of them and evade them. You'll see what I mean when we come across one. There is actually one coming up very shortly. Why is it not letting me pick up this ammo? Come on. Pick up the magnum bullets, thank you. Right. Ooh, oh God. Alright, let me have a look here and see where we're at. Right, I'm going to need to push this one back a second, because I need to get behind the other one that's higher up and give it a quick push. So we'll just shove this one back now that we've got the pickups. And I'll just go ahead and, oops, move this one forward, and that should just about do it. And then we can grab hold of this bit here and then just shimmy our way across. Oh, there's the Black Panther. I almost forgot about him. best way to deal with the panther is just stick yourself up here and then shoot from up here, because he can't get up here. There we go. To be fair, we probably could start using the magnums a bit more now at this point. It's not as if we don't have the ammo for it, and the enemies that we're going to be fighting are going to start getting a little bit tougher. So I suppose realistically we could start using them. After all, we have picked them up, we might as well put them to good use. No point in having them if we're not going to use them. Now this is the other enemy I was on about. As you can see, he's a weird looking thing. Like I said, I don't really know what he's called. I'm sure he does have a specific name, but I don't really know what his name actually is. And that's just one variation of him. There is a couple of variations of them that come up in the game. The ones that pop up later on are the ones that start to actually explode, which does make them a bit more of a hazard, because obviously they're going to get in your face. They're going to cause trouble. You've got to try and take them out, but taking them out also presents a hazard. And just, yeah, it causes no amount of trouble. So I just wanted to point those out and just, yeah. Oh, God, I'm getting stuck. Okay, so there's one more item to be had before we move on. For that, we need to get up here, and we are going to have to position ourselves correctly for a run and jump, because we are aiming to go onto the top of the obelisk bit here. There we go. And we have got some particularly challenging secrets coming up as well soon that should be quite interesting as well. But if you do as I do, then you should be fine. Now, these bits here we can't actually activate just yet. They are actually part of the next level. And that door over there does lead to the third and final part of these desert levels. Or kharmoon's levels, rather. So as you can see, it's all linked into one. It's just you have to do it in a specific order. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is... we're just going to pull this block out a second. And we are going to be going through this door here in just a moment, but first, before we get to that, we need to go and grab ourselves the key. And to do that, actually I'm in the wrong place because I'm a twit. Well, actually there's two ways we can go. We can either go to that left bit there, or we can just jump forward from here, which is what I'm going to... Oh, okay, maybe not. I thought I could jump that. Okay, change of plans. We'll go up this side instead. One moment, folks. I need to take a look at this because that's my work chat that's just gone off. And that's one thing I can't ignore. Okay, so what we need to do here is just grab hold of this and then shimmy along. Some shotgun shells. And then just through here is the key. Just save our game a second. And then we can just simply slide down this side to get out. Whoops-a-daisies. Now, that exit up there, that is the exit to the obelisk level that leads us down to here in order to get back to this door here with our 4 artifacts that we are going to be grabbing in the next level. So I just wanted to point that out in case you're looking at that thinking, well, how the hell do I get up there? Is there a secret up there? No, it's the exit to the next level. Sorry, exit from the next level back to this area to get us back to where we need to be in order to go through to the level that follows it. Okay, I think we're doing good so far. Now the next thing we're going to want to do when we get in here is we're going to want to take some high ground, because we're going to have another Black Panther that's going to jump out, and also there are a few items to be had as well as we go along. So we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's see here. There he is. Did I get him? Did he go down? Is it over? Not sure if I took him out or not. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start jumping this way, because this way is where we need to go anyway. Oh no, he's still alive. Not anymore. Alright, let's continue up through here. We'll go ahead and just save our game, because there are a few obstacles to deal with that we've got coming up. Some of them can be a bit of a pain in the bum, and some of them, let's just say, Sod's Law tends to get in the way a little bit. For instance, in a minute on this slopey bit here, there's going to be a boulder come down on it, and Sod Law depicts that at some point or another you are going to end up jumping the wrong way and getting flattened by the boulder. Believe me, I've done it a few times and it's blooming annoying. Okay, so that's that. There is, I'm looking for it, where is it? Is it in this section, or is that later on that I'm thinking of? No, it's over this way, that's why I ran past it like a numpty. Down here is the med kit that you would have seen from the grate. Once I pick it up, I will just put my camera through the grate so you can see what I'm on about. So you can see through there, that's where we started off. Just to the left is where that obelisk was that we jumped onto for the shotgun shells, etc, etc. That is how you get to that medkit. Okay, so we've dealt with the boulder, we've dealt with the alligator. Oops. So we are going to need to open that gold door up. That big, big, big gold door up, but we won't worry about that for a sec. But we will drop down here for our first secret. Right. So next up then we're going to go into the water over here, because we're going for a swim. Was there anything on the... No, there isn't. There's nothing on the bed here. Nothing on the seabed this time. Oh, alligator. Really, realistically, we want to get rid of him a second, because there is small chances that you could fall back into the water from higher up trying to evade stuff, and the last thing you want is to be jumping back into that water accidentally and then into the mouth of an alligator. So, oh come on. It won't let me grab the ledge. Why won't it let me grab it? I'm literally perfectly lined up with it. Why is it being such a... There we go. Goodness gracious me. Okay, so... One more. Now we are going to have another one of those alien things to deal with very shortly, and this one's a little bit more trickier because of where he is, and also I have had it in the past where it has actually glitched me through the wall, and it has resulted in me dying once or twice instantly. When we get to it I will show you guys what I mean, but for the sake of the video and to save time, I am going to be dealing with it the normal, the sensible way. But what I mean is, what I'll do is once I've killed it off, I'll show you what I mean in regards to it glitching me through the wall. Okay, so first things first. Then we're going to move this block. And I am going to be using that save point as well in a moment, just in case anything should go wrong. Okay, that's that in place. Next up then is we're going to save our game, because things unfortunately with this bit can go wrong. Okay. Oh, he is being an absolute pain in the... Ah, no! This is what I mean by things can go wrong. This is why I saved my game before I did the jump. Just to play it safe, because I knew there was always going to be a chance that that could happen. Although I have to admit, it didn't help that I faffed about a little bit with the second push of the box. Oh, okay, that works. That put me to safety. Not exactly how I intended to play it, but I'll take it. I had intended to get on top of the other box, but nah, this will work. There we go, he's gone. Now, in the past, what I have done is try to fight him in here. And these bars, they're a little bit glitchy. And a couple of times he has pushed me through these bars. And I've hit the ground below me, and it's screwed me right over. Especially when he pushes me out this side because the ground's slightly lower, and it instantly one-shots me. So yeah, it's not the greatest of things to have happen. So I do recommend a bit of caution when dealing with that. Okay, so now we need to pull this one, and that will open all of that. Careful not to fall through the trap hole. Trying to remember where exactly it is we need to go from here. It's been a little while. Oh yes, I remember now. Right. So, there is a couple of secrets to be had. Now, well, some items to be had. I think one of them is a secret. So, do as I do. Try to keep up. And you should be fine. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is you'll see this slope here to the left of us. We're going to be dropping onto that in just a moment. But before we do that, we're just going to grab these magnum bullets that are to the right hand side of us, because we want to make sure we're getting everything. Because trust me, every little bit of ammo will help later on. Same with the med kits. Because the last 3 levels, in my opinion, are quite hellish. Alright, here we go. Okay, so from here, we're going to grab the med kit. Okay, now then, for this next section, what we need to do is we're going to go from here. We're going to go across to this ledge here in front of us to put ourselves closer to the bit over here. By now, you can probably hear that there's an alligator underneath us. We'll deal with that momentarily. There we go, there's those magnum clips. Then from here we are going to hop onto this pillar, because we're not done just yet. Now this is where things get a little bit tricky, because we are heading for that ledge over there in front of us. And obviously, as you can see, it is quite the distance, but it is doable. And this will get you a secret and some Uzi clips. Okay, so now that we've done all of that, and you should have got all the items that I have got if you've been following me, the next thing we're going to do is get rid of our little alligator buddy down there, and then we're going to go ahead and drop down to the lower levels. I suggest dropping down on this middle section to minimize damage. And next we are going to make our way down through here and towards the end of the level. So we'll go ahead and do that. And oh yeah, don't forget the magnum clips in the corner here. Okay, so we're going to lower ourselves down here to be safe. Now, right now you're probably thinking, Jesus, it's flipping dark in here. How the hell am I supposed to do anything in here? Well, if we just come through here, there is a switch here that will open the sunroof and will let the light in. And as you can see, it's lit up the entire room. Next, we'll drop down to the lower ledge. And we're going to go ahead and save our game before we go and deal with what lurks below. Sad to say, this is not the only 2 panthers that are down there. The other 4 panthers just have not yet come out. Come on, come out of there, you little... My God, that one did not want to die. Gee whiz. Now, I think it's possible to jump this. I'm going to give it a whirl. See what happens. No, unfortunately not. It's just that tad bit too far away. No worries. So this is why I switched to the magnums, because as you can see, even with the magnums, they take a bit to drop. They are pretty darn strong. Okie dokie. So we're going to go ahead and head up this way. We'll deal with those in a minute. First things first, we are going to head across to here. Not quite sure why you're able to jump from there to here, but you can't jump from there to there. Unless that other ledge is slightly further back. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh, that ledge is slightly lower, that's why. That's probably what it's all about. Right, let's get rid of these panthers a second. I've had enough of this. Oh, for God's sake, it wouldn't let me. That is weird. It seems to be a one-way system. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Grab the med kit. And then that's this section done. So we'll go ahead and climb our way back up. And we're going to have another one of those alien thingies to deal with. There he is. Don't you try and pin me in the corner. There we go. There we go. This is what I mean. They are an absolute nightmare. They can move way quicker than you can. So it doesn't matter whether you backflip, whether you jump forward, left, right, whatever. They are difficult to get out of the way of. An absolute pain in the keister. So when it comes to dealing with those things, I tend to try and do as much damage as I can before they reach me, and always have the medkit on hand ready to go. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a jumping puzzle to do now, but it's quite a simple one, as you can see. If you do fall down and you somehow manage to survive, do not worry, it is possible to get back up here. Although, to be fair, you might be better off reloading your game at that point, but I suppose it's down to your own personal preference. But as you can see, down there is where we were earlier, where I killed the panther. Now, this next bit we need to be careful on, because what we've just done is we've changed the layout of the room. So for this, what I suggest is going down backwards so you can break your fall, like so. And it will drop you down. And then what you want to do is hop this one here. And then this one's not as slopey, you can simply just run straight on up through here, and here we go, through to here. And all we've got to do now is just insert this key and we're done basically. This is the end of the level. And our next level is the obelisk, and there are a few little shortcuts that I am going to show you guys. We'll still get all the items and everything, but I'm just going to show you a quicker way of going about it. So thank you very much to everyone that's watched. If you've liked what you've seen, then let me know in the comment section, hit that like button, and I'll see you all next time for the obelisk level.